YouTube, what's going on? It's Rock at Omaha Air Tactical, and today we're going to look at something a little bit different. We're going to look at an actual weapon accessory. It's a amplifier slash suppressor. It's adjustable. It's a Noveske KX3, licensed by Madbull, and it's basically modeled after the real steel version. And the way the real steel version works is it's made for short-barreled rifles, so that way when your actual muzzle goes out, it's not going to be too close to your face, since short-barreled rifles obviously aren't going to be 16 or 18 inch, they're probably going to be 7 or 10 inch, so they're much shorter. Anyways, carbon builds up on the inside of these from the gas system, and it eventually starts shooting flames, and that's why they call them flaming hogs on the real steel versions. But as far as airsoft goes, these can be used to amplify as well as to suppress the sound. I'll actually open this guy up and show you exactly how it works. So we'll kind of go to cutaway, kind of a close-up on this guy, and we could give you a better look at it. Alright, first what you're going to want to do is find the end to this little clip right here, and you can use any type of tool to kind of push it up. It's easiest for me just to kind of use a small flat head. You can leave this little clip on there, but it might scratch up the finish on there. But basically what you'll do is, once you have that off, that little notch right there, you'll just loosen this the rest of the way. As so. And that guy is removed. And then what you'll have inside is two little cones. One, and there is two. And there's also a small O-ring that sits in between the cones there as well. Basically, if you'd like to amplify the sound, you're going to want to have the two cones line up so that they are closed. They're in the closed space. And if you actually remove this O-ring as well too that sits in between them, it gives it a little more of a tangy metal sound when you shoot, more of a pop that comes out. And if you leave those guys lined up as so and keep the O-ring in there, it's going to act a little bit more as a sound dampener. You really won't get as much of a pop or as much amplification as you usually would. But say we're going to set this guy up to be loud, but we don't want that to pop in there, so O-ring back on top guy. Then we're going to line those guys up just like that, so they're closed. We're going to take this, as you can see it's just completely open now, and we'll drop that back into place. And as you can see, everything's closed in there. So let's kind of amplify the sound as it is. Then all you do is you'll take this, your end cap, and literally tighten them back up. Anyways, yep, now she's locked back in place and ready to use. You might need to use some, depending upon what you're using it on, you might want to put some spacers on it. That way you can actually completely line up the trades and whatnot on there. What is interesting, another thing to note is each serial number on these guys is an actual serial number. It's not going to be just the same number they print on every single one. They actually have a separate serial number for each of these. But they're great for CQB as far as throwing on a little high rate of fire build, just because it really amplifies the sound and makes it sound pretty mean when spitting out a ton of BBs. But we'll show you how this guy looks on a couple different rifles. We may even throw it on a pistol or two and see how loud she is, but we'll see about that. heard it on the Elite Force 1911, which is a CO2 pistol. Obviously adds quite a bit of bang when you have a BB traveling through there. But right now we're selling these guys for $50 down at OAT. So if you're looking to amplify or to suppress the sound of your weapon while having a very, very neat and iconic comp on the end, come in, pick up a Noveske KX3 by Madbull. This is Rocket Omaha Tactical. Thanks for tuning in.